Welcome to another short video of Sullivan.ie, and I've been waiting a while to make this video. The first idea I had for this video was in Milan, and it was in people watching, just in the crowds in Milan. And this weekend in London was a very similar experience in people watching and watching the world go by, and I decided to make this video. And in Milan, a beautiful city, you know, there's hundreds and thousands of people moving along, and everybody has designer brands. And the way the mind works is that we are born whole, but the mind is a mind of separation and division. So in order to understand how the mind understands, it has to compare. So it's always comparing, you know, how rich you are with where you were before, how good you're looking your girlfriend is today compared to your last girlfriend, all those differences. A mind of comparison that never stops. And the mind seeks to be different. So it forms an idea outside of what it is that we should be, should look like. It is so many billions probably of ideas of how it is we should be that stand in opposition to who it is we are, that natural self. And we seek, it's a never-ending cycle of seeking to be different to everybody else, to differentiate ourselves, to stand out. This is how the mind works, because it believes that, you know, we're not enough in terms of what we are, and we need to, in comparison to everybody else, we need to be different, and we need to stand out, or we need to have different clothes. But what I understand in Milan and London and in so many places is that in this, in the mind's need or want to be different, everybody else being the same. And you see the homogenized, branded sameness throughout the whole lot. And the irony is that the uniqueness of our soul's expression of what we are shining through is priceless. 7 billion people on the planet. And one of the things that motivated me to do this video yesterday was I sat just on a wall in London waiting for my son, who was photographing cars, supercars. And I sat beside a Swiss lady whose son was doing the same thing. And I had a conversation for 10 minutes with the lady. A totally random conversation. And in that conversation, a presence, a connection of just one spirit, one soul speaking to another, and the world stops. And the question that I'd ask you is, when we collapse this differentiated, when we collapse this kind of battle with us against us, and we become whole, we collapse all of that, and our spirit rises to the surface, you know, we become whole, we become amazing, we move into that other world of which the homogenized, you know, society that look to be different to everybody can't find. And when you become yourself, you actually do become different to everybody, but not in the mind's way. But if you've ever been touched by someone whose spirit is raised, you'll remember them. In fact, if they've been in your life, you'll never forget them. You can never forget them. And if you look at how many people you've touched over the last 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, how many do you remember? Probably very, very few. How many of those people that you've touched over the 10, 20, 30 days remember you? Because we move, the world moves so quickly. But if you've been in the presence of someone who is present, who is not looking for anything, who's not pushing anything, who's simply and deeply there, and whose spirit is risen, you'll remember them. In fact, they may change your life, whether it's 10 seconds, 10 minutes, 10 days or 10 years you were with them. They'll change your life and you can never go back. So the question I'd ask you is, when is the last time that anyone was touched by your spirit? When is the last time that you were touched by anybody else's spirit? When is the last time you touched your own spirit? Or you felt your own spirit, a connection to your own spirit? And you'll know exactly what I'm saying, because if you've been touched in any moment of beauty, of art, of sadness, of joy, of perfection, in anything, whether it's a sparrow that lands on your restaurant table, or any manner of beauty, or spirit, or soul, or somebody's soul who in their just being is so amazingly out there that you feel amazing around them. And that's one of the things. There's a quote that says, when you come into somebody who is into the presence of someone who is, I suppose, their spirit is up, you'll feel amazing. You just know it because you feel amazing around them, and it's a feeling that touches you and you never forget them. So when was the last time that you touched your own spirit? When was the last time that your spirit touched anybody else? And when has your spirit been touched by another? Because in those 10 seconds are worth 10 years worth of work. Because in that moment is the creative moment, the creation of and the birth of magical things. Because it's a moment when the spirit opens and the spirit connects. And in those 10 seconds can be things that you may previously have thought you needed to work 10 years for. But in that moment, magic happens. So have a look at your spirit. Have a look at when the last time you felt your spirit rising. Have a look at those things that make your spirit rise and allow you to forget the whole world and you transcend and come out into, like an Alice in Wonderland, come out into another world. And when people touch other people's spirits, amazing things happen. Amazing things will happen in your life. So when you touch others with your spirit, with your presence, engage people in the eyes, look at the soul of the eyes, and just be there without trying to push on anybody, without trying to take anything from them. Just connect through the eyes, through the heart, through the presence with whoever you're with, and it will transform your life. You'll be totally amazed at what happens when your spirit comes up and when you begin touching spirits with the people that you encounter. You don't need to do it with 1 million people. Just do it with 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and it'll transform your life. So on that note from London, have a great day. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and I look forward to making another video and connecting with you again in the ways of Apoca, the transformation, transforming your life, transforming your business, transforming absolutely everything. So for now, thanks very much for listening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.